क्या लगा है स्क्रीन पे? Good evening, friends. I am Som Prakash Rai, and welcome to you all at JTC India live channel. At JTC India live channel. Here we are learning Java. It's our 4th class. In order to learn the Java, it's our 4th class, and we have discussed till now that is some few basic concepts and that what is new in the case of Java 9, that all we have means the Jshell, it's a new way of writing the program, how we are writing in the cell prompt the any program, that everything as I have already explained to you. Friends, so good evening to all of you. Hope so. If you are having any question from the last classes, if you have any doubts from the last classes, you are most welcome. You can ask any kind of questions. If everything is fine in this, if audio is fine, everything is fine, so you just can give here the thumbs up into that, right? Good evening, Amit Raj. Okay. So here I'm just starting the class, and whoever is just coming, let them come, because it's already 9 o'clock, and so we will start up here. Fine, thank you. Now, so here yesterday I have when I was starting the class, in that some technical issue came, and that now we have come up with that, we have solved with that. So here first is, today we are starting up with the some basic terminologies in Java, some basic terminologies in the case of Java. In today what we are starting is the basic terminologies in the case of Java. So first, the point what is yesterday I was talking about is the JDK. What exactly JDK is? What exactly JDK is? Here today we are talking about JDK. Second one is JRE. Third one is JVM, compiler, interpreter, and all these sort of things as I am going to discuss here. Now here in this, when I am doing something, when I am writing something, so the first let's understand what exactly JDK is. So I am just explaining you what is the exactly JDK. JDK, first it stands for, you can say Java Development Kit, which is the JDK. It's a Java Development Kit. In order to write any kind of Java program, what all different libraries, what all the different resources are required, like JRE, JVM, Jit Compiler, and all other development tools, all these sort of resources in order to develop a Java program, in order to write the Java based applications, that everything whatever we talk about, that all will be there in this JDK. So that is what we are calling it as an Java Development Kit. This is what we will be talking about, the Java Development Kit, right? It is in this JDK here. First, here you just understand it into this. So I'll just show you one diagram. Means I'm not going to give much explanation about all that. So just by showing you one specific diagram, I'll be explaining you what exactly JDK is, and hope you will understand the things about the JDK just by using that or by seeing that corresponding diagram, you can say. So can you please show the diagram? Now you see here what exactly this diagram is. Hope you are getting this diagram. What exactly the use of this particular diagram is. Here if you will see, so it's an you can say that is the Java runtime environment. What is that? Here it is the Java runtime environment. First it is. In the Java runtime environment here, if you will see, second thing is the Java virtual machine, which is called as the JVM, Java virtual machine, which is called as the, again, that is the JVM, plus what next we have the library classes. Library classes, and if you will see associated with this now, next what we have is the development tools we have, right? It is so Java runtime environment, after that Java virtual machine, JVM, and then plus what we are having is the development tools what we are having here. So that is the development tools what we have. If you will see down to this diagram, which is JDK is equal to, what is that? JDK is equal to JRE plus development tools. JRE means Java runtime environment. When we talk about JRE, so it's a runtime environment, right? What is this? What exactly environment is? What exactly all these things are? That we will be talking about later on into that. The next inside this now, when I am saying here is the development tools. So here you see JDK is equal to JRE plus development tools, and then when we talk about what exactly JRE is, so in case of JRE, it is the JVM plus libraries, whatever the library classes we have. So there are many different types of library classes and all things are available that we will be talking about in further classes, what exactly library classes, and in that particular order you will come to know what exactly these all things are. So hope you are having one clear understanding about the JDK. Hope you are having clear understanding about the JDK. Did you got my point? What exactly JDK is? So now with this picture you can note it down, you can have something in this. If any questions you are getting, you can please ask that question into this, right? Now I am coming up with the some other points into this. What is that other points as I am coming into this? Say first, for example, this JDK when I am saying, so it comes under the different versions. The JDK which is there, it comes under the different versions as according to the, you can say here, it's an Oracle release. However, the Oracle is releasing these all different forms, that is the from the Oracle side this JDK is being released. Previously, when I talk about JDK 1.2, so this was not the release of Oracle, it was the release of, you can say, that is the Sun Microsystem. It was the release of Sun Microsystem. This is the release of Sun Microsystem into this, right? Next one inside this, the first one JDK 1.2, here what we are having, 1 point you can say that is the 4. Next we have JDK 1.5. Next we are again having 1.6, JDK 1.7, and next what we are having is the JDK 1.8. Now you see here JDK 1.9 and again JDK, that is the 10 as well as the 11. These all are the, you can say, different versions of, these all are the different versions of Java it is, right? Now if you will say 1 point in this, so what was the name of the first version? They have given some release name of this. They have given some release name of these corresponding versions, whatever the versions we were having into that. The release names were what? If I talk about JDK 1.2, so the name of this was the Playground. Playground, right? Name of this one was the Playground into this. Next one when I am saying JDK 1.4, so it's a Merlin. It's a Merlin, right? It is. Next one when I am saying JDK 1.5 name, it's a Tiger again we are saying it is. 1.6 name is something called as the Mustang we are writing here. Now again, after this now, we are going to have that is the, it's an Dolphin it is. Next one here, 1.8 Spider we are going to have. And yet they have not released or they have not given names of, or you can say the release names of this corresponding versions whatever we are having into this. Now, one thing you might be observing, what is that one thing as I'm asking you to observe, that you just see the name of these versions. This shows the corresponding power of that corresponding version of the language. Getting my point? This shows the power of that corresponding language or power of this corresponding versions of that corresponding languages, right? It is showing the power of that corresponding one. Did you got my point? This shows the corresponding power of that corresponding languages whatever we are at present having into this. Fine. Now let's next understand few more things into this here. Now here you see, from Java 8, you can say here, from Java 8, it was the traditional pattern what they followed till here. That was basically, it was there from, basically it was following the OOPS model, and most of them, all these different JDKs whatever we are having, the directory structure and all other things were the same thing in that. Means in these, all these versions, there was nothing different in that cases, right? Just the different libraries and all other things were being added again and again, right? It is. Now, from JDK 1.8, the JDK 1.8, the Oracle people started giving the touch of, you can say, the functional programming language. They started giving the functional programming language. Like in this, they introduced, you can say that is the streams. They introduced here, what they next introduced? Lambda expressions and many other different kinds of APIs they introduced into that cases, right? So again, we will be talking about all these things later on. But again, remember one more point. But from the Java 9, what is that? From the Java 9, they have entirely changed the concepts of the JDK itself. And even its internal library functionality and all things were being changed entirely into that. I will show you just now that how now it is going to work into that case. When I am talking about JDK 1.9, so this is a more specifically based on the modular concept. Modular concepts into that, right? So more importantly, it is already, as I have introduced about the Jshell, and another, when I am talking about the Jshell, so that was one concept. Here I am taking it up. That concept, something we were calling it as an REPL, R-E-P-L. What is that? REPL. What is that I am talking about? It's an REPL, which is the, what is this now? Read, eval, print, something called as the loop into that, right? So out of that, one concept which was there called as the Jshell, I have already shown to you in that. Now see here, what as I am explaining to you, the same thing, the pattern was same till JDK 1.8. These patterns were same till JDK 1.8. When we talk about till JDK 1.8, the pattern were almost same, you can say, right? But now onwards, whatever is being released, that is Java 9 or Java 10 or Java 11 or whichever now another versions are coming, that is on same pattern. So from Java 9 onwards, you can say here, from the Java 9 onwards, it is following the different kinds of approach. It is using the different ways of things here. Now, here, I am showing you something here. What is that I am showing you? I am showing you the directory structure where we have installed the JDK. I am not showing you the installation process of JDK. You are getting any questions? Anyone, any questions if you are asking? Please let me know in the comment box, in the chat box. If any questions are there, you can please ask. Is that all of you are there? Okay, no questions. Well, so here it was the different. Now I am showing you how the internal concepts of JDK has been changed from Java 9. So that version, I am showing you the JDK 11 internal things, how it is working, what all the internal behavior, what all the internal functionalities are there into that. Now you just have a look into this. Here, I have installed JDK into this folder, into this here JDK 11. Here you can see it easily where exactly JDK 11 is there into this. Now in this JDK 11, the options whatever we are having into this, say here. Now you will find one thing. If you have observed the previous JDK or the previous directory structures, if you have observed, it was a something different kind of things we were getting into that. But now what you have observed, it's a different kinds of concepts we are getting into this. Now you see here first, you see previously you might not be getting the folder option till JDK 1.8. You might not see this. From Java 9 this particular one is introduced. Hope you are able to see this. From Java 9, from this Java 9, this Jmod is introduced into this. In the particular one Jmod here, see, it's a different kinds of concepts what we are getting into this. What is the different kinds of concept we are getting into this? See here first, we have a java.base. What we have is the java.base module we are getting. Again, after the java.base module, what we are having is the java.compiler. So these all are the previously it was there in the form of packages, it was there in the form of jars, now it is there in the form of modular jar. See, these terminologies, what as I am just naming it out here, the same thing we will be discussing in the upcoming classes. Whenever the classes is coming, in that further classes we will be discussing these all parts. Yes, Mayank, it is important from the prospect of interview also, it's very important. And when it is in Hindi, I think it's a very common English what I am speaking out here and everyone can easily understand. Okay. Now, in this one here, when I am talking about java.base module, so see, this is what an important question you could get, that in Java 8 or Java 7 or Java 6 or Java 5, so Java 5, 6, 7, 8 and then Java 9. So what is the significant changes you are able to see in Java 9 and the previous versions of the Java, right? It is. What is the significant changes? You will find that in this we are not getting something called as the rt.jar, which was taking a lots of processing time. See, JDK, if you have installed in your system JDK 1.8, please install it, check it out what all the directory structures are there. Wherever you will install, you will be able to find, and then you install JDK 1.9 and see the directory structure, how that Java 9 directory structure, all these things are, how it is going to work into all that cases, right? Now here, there is one more thing. So here see, it's a modular file. It's an what? It is the module java.base. Here I'll do one thing. I'm just opening this file here. See what I'm getting into this. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can please ask. Maybe this is not opening. Next, inside this, here you see, I'll be coming to everything. Now here, the bin folder we are getting into this, here that is the lib folder we are getting, and inside this, that is the something CFG. So see, first inside this, it's been a significant change. What you have seen is that is the modular concept, that is the Jmod file into this here, that time to time we will be coming across all these things, whatever we have at present into this is here, right? Now here, so you can see here, everything is there in the form of module. Everything is there in the form of module. Now in this module, see the modular concept which is there, we will be definitely coming later on in the further topics, because modular will be a different kind of programming practices. Modular is going to be a different kind of approach into that case. So we will come to that modular one later. Just I have introduced you here with the JDK, and in that JDK I have shown you that, see boss, the whatever the previous JDK, now that JDK is not there. Right here it is a different kind of JDK. In this everything has been changed, just the name is the same one, but other than the name, all the internal functionality, all the working things, all the working processings has been changed properly into that cases. Right here. Now we will be again talking about that here. So see, I am now explaining you here. So hope it is clear to you all. Hope this is clear to you all, JDK, what exactly JDK and what is new in the current form of the JDK, what is new in the current JDK, whatever we are getting into this. In Java 11, what is the new that I have shown to you all. Now in this one, first, here we are explaining, I am explaining few more things into this here. First, see, whenever I am writing any Java program, whenever as I am writing any Java program, so let's say you are writing hello.java. I am writing this program is the hello.java. This program, whatever you are writing here, this particular code, we will be calling it as an source code we will call. What we will call this one as an source code we are going to call in this. Now after this here, in this source code, once you are compiling it, so here with the help of compiler, what is that? Compiler, you are compiling this program. In order to compile, so what exactly task of compiler is? Compiler, so here I'll explain you what is the Java compiler is. What is the Java compiler? Java compiler. What is the Java compiler into this case? Now see, first, this is responsible for two things. Java compiler which is there is responsible for two things into this. The number one Java compiler is responsible for checks the syntax of this particular language, whatever you have written, that is the high level code you have written, and then after generates the dot class file. It's dot class file, it is generating the dot class file, or in another form you can say that is the byte code. This is what specially this is responsible for. Java compiler is responsible for these two things. One, checks the syntax of the language, and the second one is it is generating what exactly it is generating, the dot class file it is generating or the byte code it is generating. Now other than that, what exactly compiler is? If I am asking you what exactly compiler is, so this compiler is particularly a program. It's what? A program. This is what? A program. So any program, whatever programs you write, if any sort of programs you have, that program is having some predefined task. What is that having? That program is some predefined task, right? Now when the program is having some predefined task, which means that that program is responsible to do few things. That program is responsible to do few things. Here, this particular program. So if I am saying this is a program, which program? Java compiler is a program. So what is the name of this program? What is the name of this program? So I'll tell, suppose in case, if I'm asking you what is the name of this program, So you will say the hello is the name of this program. What you will say? Hello is the name of this program. Okay, name of this program. What exactly this is? This is the program. This is the program, right? Similarly, but name of this program is the hello. Similarly, if I am asking you what is this? It's a compiler, Java compiler. But if I am asking you what is the name of this program? So that is the Java, it's a program, right? But what is the name of this? So this is the Java C.exe. The name of the program is Java C.exe. Java C.exe is the name of this Java compiler. Remember this point. Java C.exe is the name of that particular compiler. The name of this one here. Whatever we are writing is the name of this Java compiler into this. Any questions in this now? So compiler, I hope you are clear with this. So this is responsible to do this particular task, and that is what the use of this particular compiler is into this. Okay, let's now come to the another point. Another point is what here first. So one thing when I am saying, I am coming more in depth into this. Here in this, if I am saying it's the Java compiler, right? So it is responsible to compile this program to the something called as here the .class file, or you can say that is hello.class. This is generating this .class file, right? Now remember one more point, that whenever it is generating this file, it is doing a number of things inside this, because whatever code you are writing in the hello.java file, whatever code you have written, the high level language whatever you have written is not sufficient enough so that it will get automatically converted to the hello.class file, or the byte code it could be generated. No, nothing like that. In this, what exactly it has to do? That is something like this compiler is again responsible to add something internally into this, and then it will generate something called as the hello.class. So let's, I'll show it to you. How things are working, how things are going on into this. So that again I am going to show you inside this. Just have a look on this. Inside this now, here I am writing, suppose in this program I wanted to write something into this. In this program I am just writing something into this. Here let's say, see particular one, as already I am writing some program. See, already we have written some program into this. The name of this class I have written hello. Public static void main we have written. String of arg I am writing. System.out.println inside this. Main in hello I have written. This is one very simple program I have written here. Fine. Guys, you can once like this or hit the like button. Right, it is okay. So in this now, here again I am doing something here. I am just going to the command prompt here into this. In the command prompt, when I am going here, I am just showing you the command prompt into this. So let me do something here. I am just showing you the different ways, different forms into this here. So let me show it to you. C drive ed here now, sorry, E drive. We are there in the corresponding folder called as the welcome to YouTube live classes, something we are getting into this. Inside this one, what exactly I wanted to do? We were about to compile the program, fine. So you'll see, what is the particular name of this file? That is ABC. So I am compiling this program once again. Say here Java C ABC dot Java I wanted to compile. Just see, check it out here. We have compiled this. We have compiled this. That is abc.java. We have compiled it. And after compilation of the abc.java, we would have got some .class file. That .class file is hello.class. We have got it here. In this hello.class, I am writing here hello, something like that I am writing here. So we got some output. What output did we got? That is the main in hello, we got it here. We got the output, something called as the main in hello. This is the particular output we have got it inside this. So that is the main in hello, we got the output. Is that okay? Now, I am showing you some more things into this. I am showing you few more internal things into this here. Now here, in the particular one, when I am writing something, inside this, so while I am writing Java C / verbose, you see here, Java C / verbose I am doing. In this particular one, I wanted to just get it out inside this something called as, just see here, abc.java. Here you see that. Just check it out in this now here. You see, lots of things are coming into this. In this, lots of options are coming into this. Now here, you need to understand few things into this. What is that few things you need to understand? You just see here. In the particular one, whatever it is showing in this, whatever it is showing inside this here, that is the parsing completed something. See here, all these different, see what it is showing here, what it is getting into this. It is showing the different options into this. The options what it is showing here, you see, that is the modular info again into this. So there are the different kinds of modules, and from all these modules it is loading the different kinds of library. But if you will do the same thing in JDK 1.8, you are not going to see these options. So as repeatedly again and again I am saying that it is the module based, right? It is a modular. Now Java has implemented itself for the completely is in the form of modular programming. It is implemented here, right? This is completely in the form of modular programming. It is trying to give it inside this. Well, now it is showing it, see here, just everything is there in the form of, completely in the form of, that is the modular form, modular programming it is showing inside this. Here again inside this, here inside this, in this one, here you just see that. In the last, if you will see, there is few more things into this. What is that few more things inside this? The total time what it is taking, see here, it is the hello.class, and inside this it is totally how much time it is taking, that is the that is something called as the 774 millisecond it is taking just to generate the .class file. Now tell me, did you understand this particular concept what I am trying to explain to you? Did you understand what exactly compiler is doing at the time of compilation of the program? What exactly internally it is adopting something so that it can give you the proper results? Are you able to see this? Do you have any questions regarding this? Yes or no? Tell me. Any questions associated with this? Any doubts in this one? In this particular one, if any kind of questions you are getting, any kind of doubt you are getting, you can please let me know. No. Okay. Did you understand the properly, like how this compiler is working at the time of compilation, what all different internal things are working into this? I hope you would have understand it, you would have got this completely point into this. So if you have any questions, you can please type in the chat box it is. Yeah, Hashan, welcome to India class, Java India class. Okay, now again into this. Here the next things here, what we are again, we are trying to do. Now I am trying to run the program. So what I am trying to run the program in this, you just understand it here. See, if I will run it simply, so I am giving the name called as the hello. So that is the hello, we got the output into this. We have got something like this, we have got the particular one output. It is the main in hello. We have got this particular output inside this. Is it okay? We have got the output, there is no problem, I hope, inside this. Now again, but whenever we are trying to run the program, is it the simple thing this much only it is doing? Or you should be having one question that is there any other options, is there any other way by using which we can do something like this also, to see while running the program what all things internally it is doing? We must have to understand that all the points. We must have to go through these each of the points, what exactly internally all these sort of things it is going to do, just in order to give the output of that something into this. Is it okay? Now let me come to the running of a program. So whenever I am trying to run it, here I am trying to run this program. So you see what all the n number of things internally it is doing. What all the different things, different options internally it is doing whenever we are running this program. So just in order to display one particular line of message, particular output, it is showing all the different kind of options, internal things, just to display one message. And see, while running the program, what all different n number of things which it is going to do into this, you can see this particular one, how it is working, what all the internal behavior and all n number of things which is working into this, right? It is, you can see here. See, at the end of this course, whenever we are learning it, the time will come when we will be understanding each one of these points in a complete proper manner. Each one of these points we will be getting internally to understand these things properly here, right? It is, but again that time has to come when we will understand how, what, when, in what form it is going to load these classes, in what form it is going to do something inside this, right? So that time has to come in that. Now even in this you are getting any questions, you can ask. Any questions in this now? Now I'll tell you one more thing. Here. What is that? Suppose now what is next I wanted to show you inside this, that suppose what is that? We have got some output, that is the hello.java. We have got the output, we are getting the output something like this. We have got the output called as the main in hello, some kind of output we have received it, we have got it inside this here, right? We have got some output into this. Now when we have got this output, that is the main in hello, now I wanted to know from the dot class file, that what exactly the members I have written in that particular class. Are all of you are getting my points or not? Yes, I am looking for your reply now. Can you please, all of you are understanding these all things? Yes, please reply me. Anyone else? Okay. Now let me again come to that another point. Here we are having Java P something like this, and that's what we are writing it here, you see. In this one, mostly the problem with you all or generally with the students is that whenever if anyone will ask that if you have any question, you wants to ask something, then I don't know what the biggest problem you guys are having. Generally, I'm not talking about you only, that you won't reply anything or there won't be any questions also with you. No issues. Here you just focus on the concept. If you are getting in this, not mandatory to reply anything. So in this, if you are getting any questions, you can ask in this. Here you see, this is what you have written exactly inside your class. This is what you have written exactly inside this class. And when you have written this something like this, then what we are getting inside this, say here, that is the hello public static void main, something called as the java.lang.class. This is what you have written exactly. That was what the purpose of writing this into this. So now did you understand? Now here, I hope I have explained it, the JVM and all something inside this itself. But again, categorically, specifically, I am going to explain that particular one. This, understand it now. Now you see the point here. Isn't this that I'm trying to here, what I'm trying to do, run this program. What is this program I'm doing? It is the JVM I'm doing. JVM inside this it is. And under the JVM, we have the few things. One is the Jit compiler and the second one is the interpreter. Interpreter we are having. So now what is the task of Jit compiler and what is the task of interpreter? That also I am explaining you here, you see. Remember one point, that today I am going to finish it up all these basic concepts, so that from next class onwards I am not going to be in the basic concepts, right? I will complete all these things today itself. Now, let me come to this, what exactly Jit compiler is, how this interpreter is working, what is the processing, is there anything inside this, something we are getting here, that we will see. Let's say, what is that? Suppose here is your .class file, that is hello.class file we are getting. We will call it as an byte code. We are calling this particular one as an byte code into this. Now when I am calling this one as an byte code, so see here, we are using here, see, this is your native code something. Native code. In Java, you might not have seen the native code, and maybe you will not get the chance to see the native code, but yes, this kind of concepts internally works into that. So, well, in this one here, first, interpreter if it is working. What is going to work? Interpreter if it is working. So, first what interpreter is doing, it reads line by line code from the .class file, which is the byte code. It reads line by line code from the byte code, line by line from the byte code. Hope you are getting my point. From the byte code, it reads these codes line by line from the byte code, and accordingly it converts to the native code line by line. Converts, see here I am writing, hope it is visible to you. Converts byte code to native code line by line. Fine it is. Now remember one point. These all are going to be an important one. These all are going to be the important one. So it reads the byte code line by line, and the same thing it is converting to the native code line by line, or in another form you can say that is the machine code it is converting to the line by line. Got my point? Well, in the next one or in the next way, what is the further things we are going to do in here? That next one is inside this. Here you see that this process itself taking the time, this process itself taking a lots of time just to read this dot class files byte code line by line, one by one, and then it is converting this to the native code one by one. This itself is taking a lot of time into this, right? So what they thought is to come up with a different kind of concept. So they came here with some other concept which is called as the JIT compiler. What is that? That I am talking about is the JIT compiler. What is that JIT compiler exactly is? Here you see here. It's a JIT compiler. JIT compiler. When I am talking about JIT compiler, so this JIT compiler which is there here is the just in time compiler we are talking about. What is that we are talking about? Just in time compiler. How it works here, you see that, how this JIT compiler is working. Now see, what is this JIT compiler or something short of interpreter is exactly? It is also a program. See here I am saying it is also a program. These both, this one whatever as I am saying it is also a program. It is a program. It is a program. And this is a program. And this is a program with some specific name. This is a program with some name. So the name of this program is the java.exe. Java.exe. Remember this point. Compiler name was javac.exe. What is that? Here you see. Compiler name is what? Java compiler name is javac.exe. Javac.exe I am saying. Getting it? At the same time, the second one when I am saying is the interpreter which is there. This one is also a program. This is also a program and it is having certain tasks, and in that case the name of this is the java. What is next now? Exe we are going to have. This is only the particular just the name of what? The name of this particular compiler, and this is what the name of this particular compilers what we are having into this. So java dot something called as the exe we are going to have is the name of this interpreter and something short of things into this, right? Now here, understand it. Now what it is going to do here, see what it is going to do. Here is the JIT compiler. What it is doing? It is reading, the JIT compiler is reading the entire code at a time. At a time it is reading. All that together it is reading at the same time. Everything it is reading it in one form itself, one time itself. Fine? And after reading all these things, what it is going to do here is, you see, now see, the final destination is what? Here is your final destination. The final destination is something we will be calling it as a native code. The final destinations whatever we have is the native code. Is it clear? Everything is, are you getting the clear things? Visuals, audio, everything is clear? Just give thumbs up if everything is clear to you all. Everything, is it fine? Well, Hope so it is working fine, everything is going okay. Right. So here is the native code. What we have is this is the native code we are having inside this. This is the native code whatever we are having inside this. In between this JIT, what it is there, what it is doing here, JIT, it is maintaining two virtual tables. It is maintaining the virtual table. In short form, what we will be calling this one as, see here, we will be calling this in the short form called as V table. We are calling this one as in the short form something called as the V table we are going to call, right? So whatever this JIT compiler reads it from the hello.class file or the byte code, it stores in the V1 and in the V2 in two different forms. One is from where it is reading and second one is where it is converting. In these two forms it is reading it. And that is why it is working fastly in compared to the interpreter it is. It is working in the fast manner as processing as in the form of as in compared to the interpreter. Did you got my point? So this is how JIT compiler. Some people what they will say that JIT compiler will directly it will compile the program and then something. But exactly don't go in all these stories. This is what the JIT compiler internally is going to work into this form. Did you got it? Now if you have any questions out of all these things, you are most welcome. You can ask any questions, any sort of any doubt in this, you are most welcome to ask. Any questions if you are getting into this? Yeah, well, please ask if any questions. No questions? Well, so here, mostly what I have done is, I have explained in these 3 to 4 classes, I have explained almost you can say the basic concepts into this. Almost all the basic concepts that I have explained here into this. Right. Now I am coming to few more things. I am coming to few more programming parts into this. The parts and the things as the way I am doing the programs, you will be able to see what all things, different options I am just able to show you. I'm just going to show you something inside this form. Well, so let's switch to the in this now, let's say here you see now in this here inside this form, let's say I wanted to write one program. I wanted to write one specific program into this. What is that program exactly I wanted to write here? Just have a look into this. The program which I want to write in this, let's say I am writing a class. So let's say, can I write a class A? Some class I am writing. And at the same time now, I am writing one more class called as the, let's say the name of this class, you can say, what name of this class you wanted to write? I am writing that is the JTC, I am writing is the name of the class. So my question here to you is, see, now we have come up from the basic one. So we are now in the beginning of, see, many of you might be having this question that, sir, I am very weak in the programming. How many of you are thinking for you that you are weak in programming, or you understand programs in a means very late you understand the program? How many of you are here, those who are thinking that they are weak in the programming? Either anyone, those who are working in the testing background, testing profile, if anyone is working in any company, or they are thinking like they are weak in the programming, I'll tell you why you are weak in the programming. Yes, please keep on writing it. How many of you are thinking here that they are weak in the programming? And what sort of problems you are facing that when you are weak in the programming? Why do you think like that you are weak in the programming? I'll tell you why you are thinking like that. Why you are why you are weak in the program. See here, first thing is that, not logic. Logic, not logic. Mayur, I have just seen it that you are saying it just because of logic we feel that we are weak in the programming. No, I don't think so. Just because of a logic you are thinking that you are weak in the programming. Anyone is not weak in the programming, but that's what I am saying, not logic building. Nothing is like that, logic, because of logic you are weak in the programming. Whatever I am saying, any type of, mostly, whatever scenarios comes, logical question comes in front of you, for that you wanted to write the program. See, suppose, let's consider, here I am saying something to you. See, and that too, it is what I believe personally. This is what I believe personally. I'm not, I don't know whether what others, and generally the same thing I tell to my students also. Everyone I used to tell same thing. See, programming, you are weak in the programming. Programming is not good, right? You are not good in the programming. Not good. Fine, well. See, programming is what? It is a language. What is that? Programming is what? Any programming. Either C, C++, Java, Python. Any programming is a language, correct? Any language. Now remember one more point. Like this, other programming languages, other languages are there which we are using in our daily life. In our daily life we are using. What all the languages we are using? See, we are calling this one also as a language. Language we are calling, right? In one point we are adding is the programming language, correct? Here what we are saying? It's a language. So what all languages you know? Maybe English you know, maybe Hindi you know, maybe Tamil you know, maybe Kannada you know, maybe Punjabi you know, different languages you know. And how you are able to speak out these languages? How you are able to speak out these languages? First you would have started it from the very beginning, which is called as the ABCD, correct? In this Kakha Gaga something you would have started, and in different languages different basic terminologies are there. So first you started learning that. Now when you learned it, so you started learning the words, then you started learning the sentences, then you started learning the complete paragraphs, and then you started learning the complete book. So the learning of a process of a complete book doesn't come suddenly. Understand it. Now this is also a language, and in this language you wanted to explain something to your machine. This is a language, in this language you wanted to explain something to your machine. Which is your machine? Depends your platforms like operating system, computer, whatever you are writing. So that is your machine. You want to explain something to the machine. Getting my point? So first, till the time you are not learning the basic things, I'll tell you 90% logics you already know. In programming languages, what all the general questions you are getting in your college level, in the first round, in the second round of interview, mostly you know these questions. Mostly these interview questions you are well aware with that. You know how to build, what logic works. The problem here is what? The problem where it exactly stands is when that logic you are trying to implementation of that logic in that corresponding language is tough for you. Not that logic is tough for you. That logic implementation is tough for you. Am I right or not? See, if I'll ask you to write a program in to do the ascending order, descending order, searching, sorting, bubble sort, this sort, that, whatever sort you are doing, whatever kind of logic you write, you know that logic. It's not like you don't know the logic, you know how it works. But the thing is, the time when it comes for the implementation in this corresponding language, that is the problem. And why that is the problem? Because you have not learned these programming languages from the basic. When you started learning these languages, in that case only, you started writing these typical programs into that. So if you would have learned this basic things, then automatically you will start writing. I will show you how you are going to write. So I'll make you all that you can easily write these all things into that. That is the main problem here. Getting my point? Okay, now anyone, anything? Is it whatever I have explained, same problem, is it there or not? Yes? Okay. Not there, nothing, anything, something, this, that, okay. Now here in this, and now I am showing this program. I was trying to show you something program. Two classes we have written in a same file. So first question is, can we write two classes in a same file? Can we write these two classes in a same file? So I have written a class A and second class I have written the JTC. Two classes I have written in the same file. In the same file. Can we write this? Yes, we can write it. Now here, in this particular class, I am writing here public static void main string of args. We are writing this. Here you see. Inside this now, system.out.println, well I am writing main in, that is JTC I am writing. Here this is what I have written something. So two classes I have written here, class A as well as the class B. Fine. Now when I am writing these two classes, so here let's write here void of m1 method into this case, and whenever you are writing this void of m1 method here, let's see that here. Well, let me do something inside this println. Well, I am writing m1 in A. And now if I wanted to do something like this, so I am creating the object of A, something like this, A, and A1 dot m1 method I am calling into this here. Say here. This is one basic program I have written here. Now, I am saving this program. My question to you all is, tell me that by what name shall I save this program? Kindly reply guys. If you will not reply anything, then no need to do anything live and all. We can simply record and upload these videos. No need to do this much or these many things. So if you will not feel, or if you are not making us feel that you guys are active into that, you want to reply something, then there is no use of doing the live class, right? We can simply record it and we can upload this on YouTube channel and you all can see it. Are you getting my point? So at least you should reply something to that. Yeah. So question is, by what name should I save this program? Anyone else? Yes, anyone else? See here. In this program, we can save this program with the any name followed by .java extension. Any name. But it is, okay, one question. This is a question called as, so we can write here the jtc.java. It is not mandatory to write with the jtc.java. We can use any name followed. So let's use it some here, any name. I am writing xyz.java. Understand it here. We can save it by any name followed by .java extension. I have done it. Now, here in this, I am saving this program. You just see, you will get a very good concept, very nice concept over here you are just going to get here, right? So here we are saving it with the any name followed by .java extension, and now I just wanted to compile Java C. By what name shall I compile it? By the name of JTC, sorry, by the name of file by which we have, so we have saved this program by the name of xyz.java. I am compiling this with the name of xyz.java. Here we have compiled it. Compilation is done now. Now question to you is, how many total number of .class files will be generated once we have compiled it? Please. How many total number of dot class files will be generated when we have compiled this program? Any reply from you all? Okay, no issues. So here 2 dot class files will be generated. By what name dot class files will be generated? Very good. All of you are correct. All of you are correct. Very good. So here 2 dot class, and not only 2. If you are writing n number of classes in a source file, that many number of dot class files it is going to generate. Now if someone is having some confusion, like if any one of you are having some kind of confusion that whichever class contains the main method, with that name only dot class file will generate, no, nothing like that. If you have written any single class inside that corresponding source file, if you have written any single class with that corresponding something like that, so that dot class file will be generated. Remember it. Now you see here. Now, but remember one thing. So the 2 dot class files will be generated. One is called as a dot class and the second one is JTC dot class, right? Now the question here is, see here, you can just switch it. See guys, see here with these 2 names dot class files will be generated. Remember this. Here you hope you are getting it. What is that? That if I have here a class called as A and here we have a class called as JTC. Fine. In that public static void main, inside this we have something. So say here, once we have saved it with some other name, let's say xyz dot java, when we have saved it, so the dot class files what it is going to generate will be the 2 dot class file generations. One is a dot class file and second one is JTC dot class file. These 2 dot class files are going to generate. Now when the 2 dot class files are being generated here, so by what name, by which name should we run this program? Can we run this with the name of a dot class? No, we cannot run this with the name of a dot class. We cannot run it with the name of a dot class. Why we cannot run it with the name of a dot class? Because we can run the program by the name of class, that class file itself, which contains the main method. So here JTC class which is there, it contains only the main method. So we can run by JTC name itself. We can run with this dot class file name itself. We can run this with this particular dot class file name itself. Now here I'll do one more changes. I'll do one more changes into this. Switch it to this. Just have a look in this. The one more changes what I'm going to do is, let's make it here the public. I am making this particular class called as the class JTC as in public. I am making this class called as JTC class is the public class. I am going to make it out here. If I am just writing here, if I am just doing here the class as in public, the JTC class whatever we have, we are making it as in public, and now I wanted to run it. So see here, first question to you all is, you all should reply first. You all should reply it, right? Because the purpose of the live class is that only, that we all should feel interacted with each other, right? It is as like a classroom training itself, right? Just we are using technology so that we can reach out to you all, and then in that formats we can again do something here, right? So my question, very simple question to you all is, I have written a class called as the public JTC class, a dot class. Now my question is, by what name shall I save this program? By what name shall I save this program? By what name shall I save this program? Please reply me. Okay. Okay, maybe you are not replying it. All of you are sleeping? Are there anyone? Any other answer? No, we cannot save by any name. Save. Here A class we have, and then we have the class called as the JTC, right? So see, already I have saved it with the name of XYZ class, and when I have saved it with the name of XYZ class, so I am writing this, I am compiling this program again with the name of XYZ class. Just have a look here, you see what it is giving, what error it is giving. See, whenever you are just doing something, you must have to read these errors properly. What all these errors are? That the class JTC is public. The class, whatever we are writing, JTC is a public and should be declared in the file name called as jtc.java itself. It should be declared with the file name called as jtc.java itself, which means that this program first, this program, whatever we are having into this. So this one we must have to save it with the name of what? With the name of jtc.java itself. I must have to save this. I must have to save it with the name of jtc.java, because if the class is public, so whichever class is a public class, we must have to save the program by that corresponding public class name itself. So well, inside this one here, Java C, and inside this case jtc.java, I am compiling this program. And after successful compilation, you see there is no problem at all in this. So after successful compilation, let's see now what is the JTC. It is, did we got the output? Now yes, we got the output into this, right? It is. So what we have seen today, is the basic processing, how it works, what all the other things. What if the class does not have the main method? Then also the class public, whichever class is public, that also must contain the main method. That also the public class which is there must contain the main method into this here. That whatever the class we are going to have, the public class, it must contain the main method into that case. The public class whichever is there, that must contain the main method also. Yes. Now in this, now here you see that we have just completed the basic working with the Java. What we have completed? Basic working with Java, we have completed it, right? What is the basic working concept of the Java that we have seen? In this basic working, what we have seen, the first one is what is Jshell, that is from Java 9 it is introduced, and I have shown you few things related to the Jshell, a kind of new concepts as I have shown it related to this. So I will be again talking about this Jshell in a separate topic. The topic name itself will be the Jshell, which is a Java 9. It's an entirely new concept, so we will be again talking about all that, right? So that is the Jshell into this. Second thing about this, the basic terminologies, basic terms of this JDK, JVM, JRE, all the sort of things we have discussed, how it is platform independent, how it is platform C is platform dependent, all these things we have seen. That is the previous videos that already I have, all things I have explained. It is there on the YouTube. Those who have not watched it previously, please go through that and watch it. Now again, third one, how to compile and run the program. That we have already completed it. Different forms, in the different ways how we have compiled and we are running the program, that also I have shown it to you. Fine. Next again inside this, the fourth one which is there is the dot class file concepts, how dot class file or in another form byte code and all are being generated and all other things. That also we have discussed it into this in the different approach, in the different forms, in the different way, everything I have explained into this, right? So here is the working with the Java, basic working with the Java, how you are going to work. This is entirely a new concept which I have told you from the Java 9, it is there into this, right? So these all things we have completed in 3 to 4 days is inside these cases. Is it okay? Now if you have any questions, you can please ask. Again, from the next class which is going to be on Monday, because tomorrow is the Saturday and Sunday, there won't be any classes for on the Saturday and Sunday weekends. There won't be any class on Saturday and Sunday, no class on YouTube live. On these classes are only from Monday to Friday. These classes will run from 9 to 10 p.m. it is, right? From 9 to 10 p.m. these classes will run over here. Fine, it is. Very soon we will be coming up with the different types of classes on weekends also, and you will again come to know about that I will let you know in this, right? From the Monday again, from 9 to 10 p.m. we will start the class, and in that case now we are going, the topics what I am going to start up with this is a Java language we are going to start, right? In that what all things is going to be, what all character set, identifiers, user defined words, literals, these all things as again I will be discussing into this, right? Operators, control statements, arrays, different logical questions. So that in that particular week we will be talking about all these things, right? I will share, remember one point here, see, is it okay? Now I will share some important documents. You can say one initial workbook I will share. Initial workbook I will share. Workbook I will share. This is the in form of PDF I will share. Right, it is. I will be sharing in the form of PDF in the Telegram channel. The channel link already I have given into the description, that you can be or you can join in that description link, right? It is. So already I have given this link. You can join with this link. I will share you one workbook. That workbook you have to practice in your home. Fine, it is. So which that workbook will be having around, you can say 100 of examples, 100 examples it must be having, right? Which will be a very logical examples, very tricky examples, and I will tell you, you won't find in any book, anywhere, any kind of things. That examples has been created from my past around 12 years of experience. Whatever while practicing the things we used to get, that kind of tricky questions are there into this workbook, you can say here. So that workbook I will share in the Telegram channel. So you can be on that Telegram link in that case. Fine. So guys, thanks for coming to the class. Thanks for attending the class, and keep us supporting us. Keep us doing something into that, right? If any question, anything is coming, kindly ask your questions, right? And please do share, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, because again and again I am saying that this is what the exactly motivation factor for us. So at least we can expect from you all this much. Those who are not in Telegram, you must have to get into the Telegram, because it's a simple Android application, Telegram app it is there. You can just download this app, Telegram app, you can download it. It is so simple to download it. On that you can find the JTC India. See here, I am writing the JTC India, that is JTC India. If you will search JTC India, this you will get it. JTC India on Telegram app, if you will search, you will get it to us, right? It is, you can get us easily in the Telegram app, that is JTC India. Because if you are there in the Telegram app, we don't want to create the different communication channels, right? Because at present you are few people, slowly more and more number of students are increasing into this, right? So if we will start following everyone, which will be very hectic for us, right? So that's the reason we are following the Telegram app itself, right? So in Telegram, you just type the JTC India, you will get it. Because very soon, I'm going to come up with the Python classes also. In the Python also, we will be giving you the workbook, we will be giving you the documents. And one more thing, those whoever is taking it seriously, those whoever is learning it properly, getting it, please get that book. Because in that book I have, how many of you have got this book till now? Anyone has got the book? Because in the book I have explained everything in the form of simple language, in the form of notes, so that all of you can get synchronized with that book and what we are reading and writing here, which will be a very easy for us, right? I think she has got the book, okay? And those who have not have got the book, on Amazon it is there with the name of Core Java Made Simple by Som Prakash. If you will type Som Prakash Rai, if you will type, you will get this book. And see, don't think anything else, because this is just a synchronized learning. It will be a synchronized learning for all of you. And if you are following other books, so in that book they have given n number of things, which is, most of the things are unnecessary into that. They have given different history and all, history, geography, you need not to learn it. You need to learn proper Java. This is the front cover I have given into the book, and that book, this is the front cover and back cover I have given into this. So you can please get through that. If further any questions, any doubt is there, please ask here, or just give one like. It is at this time very few likes are there, so you just give the like to us. And good night to all of you. Good night those who have missed this class. Kindly go through these classes, and again we will see you on Monday on the same time. Thank you guys. Thank you. Good night. Kindly like it, subscribe it and share it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.